Hey guys, so I've been on Reddit and I've been on YouTube a lot recently, and because I'm home a lot, I was recently diagnosed with tardive dyskinesia and nystagmus, which means I can't work, so I'm waiting on disability to approve me. But basically, that means I'm home a lot. So, in my infinite boredom, I'm on Facebook and Reddit all the time. And I'm sure that's unhealthy, but that's what I've been doing. So, I wanted to share my story of my sobriety. My 6-year sobriety date, clean date, whatever you want to call it, is coming up on November 2nd. And I didn't really talk about it last year, and 5 years is a big deal because once you hit the 5-year sobriety date, you're significantly less likely to relapse. So 5 years is a big deal. And I didn't do anything. I don't even remember mentally acknowledging that there was my clean date last year. So this year, it's coming up, it's not here yet, but this year I wanted to kind of share my story about how I got sober and how I've managed to stay clean today. So, when I was 18, I got onto someone that I trusted got me onto hard drugs, very hard drugs, and I fell in. And I remember the first time I ever used one of them. I'm not going to name it, but one of them, I slept in. I had an abnormal psychology test the next day. I slept in, and I woke up and I had 20 minutes to get to my college. And my college was 15 minutes down the road. So I got there. I was 5 minutes to take this test. The professor was still there. There was 3 people there, but they were filing out. I didn't have any shoes on. And I said, "Can I still take my test?" And he said, "Yes." So I took my test. I ended up getting an A on it. But he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." But I was clearly not fine. So that's kind of how it started. I had a big life ahead of me. I was in school for psychology. I was going to get my master's degree. I was going to be successful. And I tried, after I graduated from college, I tried to go into my field, but I was at a mental health institution monitoring teenagers for substance abuse, and I was going into the bathroom and using my substances. So I wasn't right. And so I tried, but from there, it started to spiral out of control. I had a best friend named Tiffany, and she ended up passing away from an overdose. And the people that were supposed to be with her, taking care of her with her in the same household, because I was not there, they put her in a shower to try and resuscitate her instead of calling 911. And they did all these stupid jailhouse methods to try and resuscitate her, but when it all failed, they ended up calling 911, but at that point she was brain dead. So I lost her. And from that moment onward, I just kind of lost my mind. I'd known her since 2nd grade. I lost my mind. And I ended up going to jail for 2 years. And while I was in jail, there's things that circulate through jail. You don't have to be clean in jail. If you've got money, you can do whatever you want in jail. So I was using, and I had no initiative to get clean. People that love me had tried to get me clean. And I was like, no. It's hard getting clean. Especially when you're on the things that I was on. It's very difficult. And that's if you want to. If you want to, it's hard to get clean. If you don't want to, it's impossible. No one's gonna make you get clean. But I remember this day in jail. I was high, and I decided to call my mom. And I called my mom, and she picked up the phone, and in that moment, I heard how fragile she was. I heard how innocent, how in pain she was. The sound, I can't describe the sound, but it was she was longing for her daughter and also in pain because she knew she wouldn't see her for years, months, however long it was going to take. I didn't know when I was getting out. I was in for some pretty serious stuff. And it washed over me. It felt like I got struck by lightning. I was just like, how can I do this to this woman? This woman that brought me into this world. Everything that I'd ever done while on drugs came washing over me like a tide. And I realized I couldn't do it anymore. I didn't want to live this way anymore. And I said to myself, I said, God, if you're there, you know, we all have different opinions about God. I've got an opinion about one now, but I prayed for my life. I said, God, if you let me pass this drug test in here, because I know it's coming, I will never use a drug again. Please save my mother from myself. And the drug test did come, and I passed it. Nothing came up. And from that moment onward, I was like, never again. All the people that I was surrounded with in there, they were no longer my friends. They were not enemies, but they were different. They weren't me. We no longer saw eye to eye. We no longer had the same goals. We no longer were one of a kind. And I started to build walls. I started to read. I started to isolate, keep myself safe. And I had to keep up an act to keep myself safe while in there. But never after that would I call any of them friends, or would I partake in what they did. I just played the part I had to play till I could get out of there. And I did get out. I got out September 2020, and I got jobs. I got money. I got an apartment. I built my life up. And then after that, I got pregnant with my first daughter. And I'm lucky to have had her when I was clean, because I don't want any child to have to grow up in a household where their parent is actively using. And I'm so lucky that I did not do that to her. I'm lucky she's here now, not back then, because I would have ruined her. People who are using drugs and have children in their lives, they are ruining their children. And if you see this and you're doing that, I'm sorry. I hate to call you out, but I hope you can get off of them. And I'm not talking about like little things. I'm talking about the big boys. I'm talking about the big boys. If you need help, there's people out there who can help you. There's love around you. If you just let go of all the pain you're holding, all the people you've lost, all the things you've seen, all the things you've done, if you just let go of it and take a hold of the support that's out there, you can make it. You can stop hurting yourself. You can stop hurting the people around you. You can have a future. You can have a life. And although life is an ever-moving ocean, and my life has taken me to a difficult place now with the tardive dyskinesia. It's particularly bad in the morning. It looks like I have Parkinson's in the morning. I'm really bad. But even with that, I'm clean. And there's no disorder, there's nothing that can take that away from me. I'm clean. And I hope that more people can survive and thrive like I am. Thank you if you stayed for the whole video, and I'm sorry this is not about gaming. This is not about reptiles. This is not cool. This is just something I wanted to share with people because my sobriety date is coming up. And thank you.